Hello, can you hear me? Leave a comment in the chat if we are in fact live. It looks like we're living it up over here. Anybody there? Just say something. Just speak. 4 concurrent viewers. Okay. Yo, someone is here. How's it going? So, this will be available for replay in case you missed the beginning, but then again, you wouldn't have heard this if you came in later, and it would be redundant to mention. Good audio and video. Thank you. I'm glad to hear also that you can hear me. So, I made a little agenda, so I'm going to speed right through it, keep things moving. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. No, it's been 1.5 years since my last video. My, how time flies. So I thought I would just say, what's new? Well, I discovered that milk frothers exist, so I bought one of these. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty nice. And yeah, that's all my updates. So I'll see you all in another year and a half. Be well. Thanks for coming. JK. I have more updates than just a milk frother. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. So, you may also have noticed this little guy here in the corner, this is not a digital overlay. This is a LaMetric time clock. And what is that number that's showing there? That is the number of subscribers on the new YouTube channel that I am launching on December 1st. So if anyone joins, I don't know how live it is. If anyone subscribes, the number goes up and it makes the sound of a cat going meow, something like that. Maybe you will hear it here on the chat. So many new things going on. I wanted to do this as a kind of motivational thing that I would like see every day and be like, gotta get it, gotta make it happen, kind of thing. More on that new channel soon, but I just wanted to point out that little device. I thought it was kind of cool. Check this out. You know how like YouTube has added like shopping things where you can advertise products? I don't know exactly how that works, but I added my camera that I use, this clock, unnecessarily expensive, really, $200, and bicycle playing cards because that's what I use. And I'm curious if you can see if I pin this. There's a button here. What happens when I do this? It says I pinned the product. Did it like pop up in the corner? Trying to get all up to date with technology, stuff like that. Let's see the chat here so I can see it more better. Move it in front of me here. Oh, and you all said, can't wait for new videos from you. There is a new video on the YouTube channel as of today. Just FYI, in case you hadn't noticed. That's another thing is, since it had been a year and a half since I published videos on here, I figured that the YouTube notification thing might not be notifying people who had subscribed to my channel, assuming that I had passed on to the next realm from my disappearance or something. And another reason to do the live stream today. Oh, someone just subscribed. So I think I may have heard that like every 10 minutes it will pull. So we should see that number go up and it'll go meow. I go meow, I go meow. It will go meow. Let's keep it together. Okay, so what was next on the agenda over here? Sorry, it's a new version of OBS also, and I'm just trying to move the chat where I can see it. And it is being weird. Everything has changed since I was here last. Let me just reorganize the windows, and then I will be able to focus. Okay. I talked about the milk frother, right? Yeah, I don't know if everyone saw that, but if not, you'll just have to go back and watch it. I talked about the LaMetric clock. Did the thingy popped up? Okay, it said it notified me. So yeah, I guess I pinned a product or whatever. Next thing, it snowed here today. I'm living in Poland, in Warsaw, and so I can show you. How do I do my screen share? Oh, well, that's what I had for breakfast. There's the snow day. Yeah, that is this morning. And there's a little snowman someone built. And there's outside. And this is a little video for anyone who's too lazy to go look at my Instagram where I posted this also. Complete with crying children in the background, because no snow day is complete without that. So, see, I'm back to doing, I got like 2 cameras. Got another camera over here, unnecessary. And I got the screen share. I'm cooking with technology, not to mention this strange orange-red lightning that's inexplicably in the background. No need to mention that. So, what I wanted to point out, am I going in order? I mentioned that I did post a new video on the YouTube channel. Let me show you that. Haha! So there's the channel about magic. Excuse me, it's been a while. So, you will notice I have published a new video. Wow! That was the best thumbnail I could find. So I put that together late last night. It's a 17-minute video. Highly recommended to check it out because I think it's a nice one. And I did mention that I'm launching a new channel. In fact, that's part of the title of this. So I can't believe we still haven't heard that cat meow. Right before I went live, I heard the meow. As far as I understand, they have like some kind of custom API. You could like program something in to make it your own face, because this thing can actually do like, oh yeah, great advertisements, right, Jason? I didn't even explain how this thing works. So this thing, you can do the time. You can do the weather. That's how cold it is outside right now. And you can go back to whatever you want. You can have it rotate through them. You can set, so you can make a custom one that would maybe pull this information faster. But I guess the built-in one, I'm surprised we haven't heard the meow yet. A little disappointing for $200. Did you hear that? I was in the middle of complaining right when it meowed, and it jumped up more than just one. So that's nice. This is the culmination of my dream, to see this thing meow, and that some people just joined, which is, thank you for that. I will sleep easy tonight. So I wanted to point out what, in case you're not going to click on the link that's in the description of this video, I'll just use my fancy screen capture to show this is the channel master. I already had people subscribe before when I did that David Copperfield video back a while ago. Yeah, I had already planned to launch Channel Master back then, but somehow it didn't happen because I've been busy with a lot of stuff. But anyway, this is going live. If I don't, you know, get in a car accident or something like that, this is going live December 1st, or very close to that date. Very close. I have set up an aggressive schedule to push myself for that. I'm not gonna let it be delayed anymore. So we talked about the snow day. What else is new? Oh yeah, I bought this. Check this out. This is, well, you can probably read it, Magic whiteboard sheets. So there's like 25 of them in here. I actually haven't opened it up yet, but you can just strip it out and put it anywhere, and then use whiteboard markers. So you don't have to like drill it into the wall or whatever. And so what I'm planning to use this for is, like on a YouTube video, you're talking, and then you want to explain some concepts. So you pull out a marker, and then you switch to the top-down camera, and then you could see the person like drawing there on the desk. And I think it's a cool idea. Like, it makes it more visually interesting. It's more like lo-fi, low-tech, you know? Like, I could make some graphic, and I probably will do that too, but like, I thought this would be a nice way, and nice colors. Anyway, something I'm gonna try. Haven't tried it yet. Can't, gotta have something to look forward to, right? And what else is new? Because, it's been a year and a half of absence, so what else is new? I started cutting my own hair to save money. How does it look? Is it okay? I think it looks better. It was, okay, to be honest, it was 1/3 of the reason was to save money, but 2/3 of the reason is because I don't want to name names, but a person who was cutting my hair might have been messing it up, and it was very inconsistent, and so I got it just the shape that I wanted, and I learned how to do it, and pretty good, except maybe the back's a little messed up. It's hard to get back there. But what do I care how I look from behind? That's not my problem. It's not for me. So, I'm just gonna, one more thing that's been new, aside from milk frothing, aside from clocks, is it's getting closer to Christmas time, and I decided to be festive because I almost never like get any decorations or anything. So I bought this to be festive. Isn't that nice? You can just kind of hang this on stuff. Not festive enough to remove the price tag yet. We take things one step at a time. But yeah, look at me getting into the spirit. Wow. And that covers all those updates. Now I wanted to talk about Channel Master, that new magic reaction video, and I can tell you some little kind of funny behind the scene thing that you won't see in the video. But yeah, okay. I'll tell you about, what do we want to talk about first? Let me just check the comments here, see if anyone put any question. I can't wait to see what's to come. Good to have you back. That famous Polish dish, Belgian waffles. Okay, so I had a question here. Why Poland? Is it just cheaper to live in Eastern Europe? Yeah, that's exactly right. And I like the area over here. It's nice. It's cool. Like, Poland is super safe. I can walk around like 2 a.m. I'm not even worried. Just, it's really nice. I don't know. And I don't need a car. I can just ride the public transportation. They have an underground subway. So yeah, it's very cool here. Although I would say in the capital city where I am now, Warsaw, it's kind of closer to like regular for me US prices. Like, I'm from Texas, so it's kind of like pretty similar there because it's the capital city, everyone wants to come here, so like the prices have been creeping up a lot. Especially they tell me like real estate here is up like more than 200%. Or would you say more than 100%? Anyway, it's more than doubled. Listen, I didn't study math, okay? Yeah, so it's nice here. But if you were in a different city in Poland, it would be like significantly cheaper. And I'm just renting here. Okay. I'm skimming through the comments here real quick because I don't want to be one of those people on the live stream who just takes too long looking at comments, right? It wouldn't let me talk because it said I was subbed when you were a kid's channel. So I unsubbed and resubbed. Weird. Huh. Who knows what YouTube's doing? By the way, thank you people for being here. I'm happy to be back. So I'm very excited. Like, you know, partially nervous, partially excited, mixed together. So moving on to the next thing, it's time to get serious. With my serious mug here. And what are we going to talk about first? We're going to talk about the new video behind the scenes or the channel master. I want to tell you about both. I'm trying to get better at prioritizing. You know what? Let's talk about channel master real quick, and then we'll come back to that behind the scenes thing from the magic reaction video from today. So, yeah, okay. December 1st, I had written down aggressive schedule. I've been working on this for 2 years, so that's kind of crazy. I realize, but it's finally going to happen, and my birthday is coming up pretty soon. I prefer not to say the exact date, but it's in the near future, and so I had this idea. I kind of had done it before to make a birthday gift for myself. And that birthday gift would be something that I had to accomplish, something difficult, so that on my birthday, I could just relax and appreciate the gift that past Jason had given to future Jason, or present, whatever. Before, it was learning a specific magic trick related to, I'll just say in code in case anyone knows, mnemonica. So I learned how to do that as a gift to myself, which was really difficult. And then on my birthday, I was like, I did it! You know, something I'd known about and wanted to learn for like more than 15 years. But you finally find a motivation and a way to push yourself so that then you get to like check that thing off. So likewise, I've been wanting to... Sorry, it's so ridiculous to say I was working on something for 2 years, but it pretty much has been like that. And so I wanted to make a gift to myself this time to be that when it's my birthday, basically 99% ready to launch Channel Master finally. So why did it take 2 years? I wrote down a few things to share with you all. I just wanted to be ready. I wanted to be like up at the professional level for YouTube, you know? And I wanted to be able to edit videos fast enough that I could keep up with the schedule, because it's going to be like a very aggressive schedule, a number of videos per week. So because of that, I bought like a green screen. I was testing it. I said +7, I think. I was reading it backwards. I can't really like directly see it here. You know, I have to see it in the preview. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Man, I'm gonna get like addicted to hearing this cat's meow. Hopefully it doesn't wake me up in the nighttime. Okay, so what was I saying before this meow rudely interrupted me? Right, so I bought a green screen that like filled up the whole living room. This is not really a big living room, but it filled it all up, and I was testing that, and I had switched, I can't remember at that point yet, if I had switched already away from Final Cut Pro to DaVinci Resolve. But I realized it was very hard to realistically green screen yourself. Channel Master, the idea is, if you don't know, if you haven't heard that yet, is I'm gonna have this channel called Channel Master, link in the description. And every month, it will be a new child channel. So I'm going to commit myself to it for a year, right? It's like kind of a reality live challenge, 365-day challenge. Every month, it's going to be a new child channel that will be spawned off of the main one. So like a whole separate YouTube channel. And the topic, the niche, will be something that you vote on. So the subscribers to Channel Master will vote on this. So you essentially get to see the same person, in this case, me, attempting totally different niches, you know, and I'll provide some suggestions, but I'm open, I'm all ears as well. That's the concept. So it's something that, as far as I've researched, has never been done before. So it's something totally novel, something new, and you can kind of like tune in periodically and see if I'm failing miserably or not. And you can influence me, you know? You can, if you want to see me doing something kind of weird like an arts and crafts channel, so be it. That's an option. Okay. So, yeah, like I was saying, I tried the green screen, couldn't get it to look realistic because I was thinking each child channel needs to have like a different look, you know, like a different background. Like even if it's some fake background, if I could green screen it well enough, it would look like it's like a whole different like apartment, you know? And I realized that's just way too difficult. Green screens are just like, it would have been a nightmare to do that. So much better to just film reality. So I'm just gonna have the same background for all the children channels, you know, and maybe I'll change the background colors because I have this projection thing I can do. Be good enough, you know. I'm trying to focus on being a satisficer instead of a maximizer, you know, where like they say perfect is the enemy of good enough kind of concept. So then I did a whole lights upgrade project. I dumped a bunch of money on these kind of upgrades. Everything's much better. I've even got a hair light. See how bad that looks without it? Boom. And then it looks better. And now I recognize on other people's videos when other people are using hair lights, and I'm like, I know what you're doing, fella. I know what you're doing. And then I upgraded the camera lens. That was another investment to get a nice look. Probably not necessary, but you know, just wanted to be ready for Channel Master. And I decided in order to be able to edit these videos fast enough and do this for a year and not start like horribly falling behind, I gotta be faster at editing videos. So I switched to new video editing software. Final Cut Pro, very nice. But I went over to DaVinci Resolve and I did not realize how complicated this software is. Apparently it's like 4 different softwares they bought and then merged it all into one. So it does like, it's like an audio engineering software, it's like a visual effects software, it's a colorist software and video editing software altogether. So yeah, I'm quite good at it now, but like it's one of those crazy things where you can just, it's really deep, you know? Every time I say deep, I think of that Dune movie. It's like, saw deep. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, so that's why it took so long and why I'm finally kicking myself in the butt and making myself launch it. So it's coming soon. And I guess that's everything that I wanted to say about Channel Master. So there's a link down below in the description if you want to join. I would suggest to, if you want to like not miss anything, to subscribe and do notifications all instead of just personalized, because you know, I don't know if people know. I guess most people know now that personalized means like maybe yes, maybe no. Depends what if YouTube feels like notifying you. Alrighty, so I did want to give one. Let me put the screen share thing again here. I'm gonna have to fix this so it shows my face at the same time in the corner. I'm kind of surprised I don't have that. Also, so like I mentioned, there's this new video magic reaction that I published today from Instagram. That's available. Also, a couple days before on the Patreon, I published this here, another reaction video for the Patreon people. That's a card stab from Fool Us from a couple years back. The funny thing is this magician that I'm reacting to there, my sister's mom happened to see him performing in Texas, and she liked it, and after the show she talked to him, and I guess she mentioned me, and he had heard about me. He had heard about my YouTube channel, and I was kind of thinking, that's cool, like what a small magic world, you know? And then I decided to do a reaction to him. So that was a couple days ago. As seen here. So that's on the Patreon in case you feel like checking it out. And what else? Do people still see this like dumb advertisement for Lemmetric Time smart clock? Because I pinned that, and I'm just kind of curious if that's something that YouTube is like shoving in your face constantly, or is it like below the video? Is anybody still there? What's going on here? So if someone could type something, that would be nice. I'm just wondering if the live stream got disconnected. The last thing I saw was welcome back. Welcome back from Jeff Sandoval 3446. He said, since you've gone to Poland, let's say Siema? I don't know what that means. Anyway, I guess I'll just proceed and assume that it's on. Okay, I got comments. Thank you. Man, I hate when streamers do that, and you're just like, come on already. Just talk the next thing. Okay, yeah, it was delayed. Now I'm getting all the comments here. Thank you. All right, so the last thing to add is about this, where is it? This magic reaction video that I did here. I don't know if you noticed, if you watched it or not already, but this video I had filmed almost 2 years ago. I was planning to put it out right before Channel Master, before everything got derailed and I got super delayed. So inside the video, I was editing it just a couple days ago, I think, or was that actually, could have been yesterday. It might have, yeah, probably was last night that I was editing it. And I got to a part where I'm watching me talking, and I don't remember this. I haven't seen it in a long time. And I'm like, blah, 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 Channel Master. And I was like, 2024 is going to be the year of YouTube for me. And when I'm editing it, I'm like, how embarrassing, like, and how can I edit this? So I recorded myself a couple times saying, 2026 is 2026. And I spliced in the audio, so if you watch the video, it's kind of like, blah, blah, blah. 2026 is the year of YouTube for me, and it kind of like doesn't match perfectly, but that's my kind of embarrassing thing about that I wanted to share. Also, I do have more videos incoming soon on this channel, on the Magic channel. So in the next, hello, I love this meow. Can you guys hear that meow? Do you hear it? All right, meow. They also have dog bark and other options too. There's like 200 sound effects options. Right, so the videos that are coming on this channel, I have maybe interesting, maybe not interesting, but you see back there is the silver play button right next to the melted disco ball. I don't know if you can tell that that's a melted disco ball. Probably not. Probably just looks like some kind of shiny thing. Let me show you that it is, in fact, a melted disco ball. See? Quite nice, I had to put this somewhere nearby. I had to prop this thing up on some books to get it visible in frame. This is the best use of Bobo's modern coin magic that I've ever used, since I don't read that book. But yeah, kind of nice. Anyway, I've got a video coming up about me. I think the title is something like, I didn't open my YouTube silver play button for 2 years, and here's why. Because basically I received that thing in a box and I didn't open it. It just stayed in the box for 2 years. I didn't see it. I didn't touch it. I didn't taste it, right? And that was because, well, anyway, a sequence of unfortunate events that will be described in the video. So, marginally interesting. I probably shouldn't have made the video because it's not really about magic, but I don't know. At the time, it seemed like something good to do, and it's already like 95% edited, so I just need to tweak a few things, and that will probably come out in like 2 or 3 days from now. And then we're gonna have a magician interview video coming. It's been a while since we've had one of those. There's this guy who I became friends with online, remote, like digitally, Leandro Furtado, and he's been on a couple of the Got Talent shows, 2 of them in fact, and so he's a very nice guy, very good presentation, and good with playing cards. So I interviewed him also, like, what was that, 2 years ago or a year ago, something like that. I don't know. I'm losing track. It's probably all the chamomile tea making me too sleepy over here. Gotta have something to manage the stress. So anyway, that will be coming soon, a magician interview. I need to edit that one. That one's largely unedited, and I know we spoke for like 3 hours, so I'm hoping I can compress it down to something reasonable. Although they've been telling me, I do watch a lot of videos about the state of YouTube and how to successfully grow channels, etc., etc. And they do say that the long format video is becoming even more popular. Like these podcasts that go for hours. I'm not going to make the interview that long, but in the past it was like, oh, you got to keep the video as short as possible, and then they were like 10 minutes is ideal, and then they're like, oh, longer is better. And now basically they say like the video should be as long as the video needs to be and no longer. So just whatever makes sense, do it, and the algorithm will push it to the right people who like that type of thing, hopefully. Anyway, so those 2 videos are going to be coming soon on this channel. And yeah, let me just look through the comments now, because I think that's about all my announcements. Welcome back, you're still alive. Yeah, it was funny how many comments on this new reaction video. This one. I just like to show off that I can, change things by pushing a button. I feel so fancy that I have to like do that as much as possible. So yeah, inside of this, most of the comments so far were saying like, you're back, where were you? I know, I feel it too. It felt ridiculous to me that I was absent for so long. But now I'm very serious about getting back into this, and so join me for this adventure, this channel master adventure. Some of the ideas that I have so far could be like a gym channel, so every channel I'll try for 1 month, and I'll even probably have people voting on the video ideas inside of that channel, so I could describe my like gym workout. People usually ask me about that. In the gym, some people ask me if I take steroids. Maybe I don't look like it here, but in the gym, looking pretty muscular there. And no, the answer is no. And another idea is like a cooking channel. I'm not very good at cooking, so it would kind of be like an amateur approach, like here's cooking for idiots kind of thing. Could be a cooking channel. Could be a channel about being a foreigner living abroad in different countries in Europe. I would talk about living in Poland because that's where I am now. But if I were to relocate in the future, then it could be a different country. But I've seen YouTube channels like that are pretty popular. The whole like sharing what it's like to be living in a different country. Other ideas, a financial advice channel. I do some like stock market investing. I've been doing that for many years. For like retirement account stuff. Nothing crazy, but I do understand it pretty well because I've read about that quite a bit and I've been doing it. So, like a beginner's personal finance channel. Or I had all these ideas, like now I'm like live and I'm struggling to think of them. Oh, right. A video editing channel. Talk about how to make videos on YouTube, and especially I have like really kind of deep knowledge about DaVinci Resolve, also Final Cut Pro. I could make videos about that. I could talk about cameras. I could talk about the lights you need to make everything look cool. That could be a whole thing, because that's like a niche, is like video making, video editing. And then another niche could be like productivity tips, like personal computing. Like, so maybe like I know people who are on Android won't like to hear this, and I apologize, but maybe an Apple channel for like a month where I just talk about MacBook, iPhone, tips and tricks, like things to like make your life easier. Because I originally came from Windows. I was like Windows my whole life. I was a programmer, and then I switched over to Mac when I started traveling, because it was like lightweight and could edit videos and could slip into my backpack. And it was quite difficult for me to transition, you know, like the close and minimize button are like on the wrong side. That's like the first thing that's like, why would they do this? It's annoying, you know, but I've adapted, and I can help other people adapt too. I can help point out like the trouble points that you get coming from Windows going to Mac. So that's another idea, because I happen to know a lot about, I'm thinking about things I happen to know a lot about, but like it could be totally absurd things too, like a storytelling channel. Apparently that's a thing, like looking up true crime stories and reading them, or making up stories, or even like an arts and crafts channel for children, for parents of children. Like it could be anything. There's so many niches and topics out there. And I think Channel Master, this would be a nice time to like cut to the view of that, right? Boom. I think Channel Master is basically about the joy and beauty and excitement and everything all around creating a YouTube channel. You know, like what is it like to spin one up, what goes on behind the scenes, and how it feels from totally different like topics and niches. So I just like YouTube so much that that's kind of why I came up with this idea in the first place. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to try to get to bed at a reasonable time and not go crazy live streaming for 3 hours. And I'll just take a look at the comments now, and then probably tell you all good night and goodbye after, see if anyone said any questions or whatever. I'm glad that someone likes my mug. Yeah. Just to be clear about this mug, I bought this ironically, you know, because I'm not really into this, but like just did it, you know, like in spite of it, because I'm actually pretty cool, you know, so just so everyone knows that. Siema is pronounced a little bit like shimmer, Polish for Haya. Shimmer, shimmer. Oh, we got 2 more subscribers. I love this meow, and I hope you can hear that meow. Hopefully it's being picked up by the microphone. Yeah, you know, when I'm at the gym changing there, I'm surrounded usually by Polish people, men, because I'm in the men's changing room, in case that wasn't clear. And they say something like, cześć, cześć. And apparently every time I try to say it, Polish people are like, huh? And they're like, oh, cześć, which is like exactly what I said in the first place. And that's another way to say like hi. So cool to see that there's another one like shimmer, shimmer. What time is it there? 5:39 p.m. for me. Over here, the time is 11:49 p.m. Love the melted disco ball. Sorry I'm like getting to these comments so late. Just getting in now, glad to see you. I know you do magic, but that was quite a vanishing act, buddy. Ha ha. Good one. You're right. That was strange how I just disappeared for so long. It wasn't a drug addiction problem, I promise you. It was nothing like that. There was one magician YouTuber that I used to kind of follow, and then it looked like he got addicted to drugs and just stopped making YouTube videos. But that's not what happened to me. Different magician YouTuber. It's so great to get you back. Good. Yes, it is. Good to see you. Vlogging! All caps. DIY cheesecake. A whole channel about cheesecake? Or just that's one of the videos for the cooking channel month. I'm waiting for the meow from my sub. Hopefully that was the meow you hoped for, you listened to. I lived in Spain for 30 years ago. I'm an American. Meow. So yeah, that's cool. You should make a YouTube channel too. I think people who are like living in a different country, like who change, not like as a child, but like where you experience the first culture significantly and then you moved, like it's usually probably an interesting story to hear what those experiences are like. I think it's interesting, like, so just for me, for example, American in Poland. So it's interesting for Americans to see how another American likes living abroad in Europe, you know? It's like, what's that like? What's going on there? And then it's also interesting for English-speaking Polish people who are like, this American's here in my home country. What does he think of it? And I discovered that on one of my old traveling videos that I made on this channel a long time ago. Because I made a video about the Netherlands, and you would not believe how many Dutch people jumped into the chat to talk about the Netherlands. So anyway, I think there's kind of like two audiences for a foreigner abroad like format of channel. Cooking. Why not just a channel about magic? Sorry, I just joined 5 minutes ago. This is a whole new idea. If you look in the description and click on that link to the new channel, you'll see a video that kind of explains it. I hate to belabor the point, but it's a whole new thing I'm going to try. And I'll be spawning new YouTube channels that the viewers vote for. It's like an interactive thing. I think that's exciting. I think the fact that the audience vote would like guide me which way I'm going to go. I think that's really cool. You see how self-pleased I am with my idea? Just happy about it. It might be a disaster. We will find out. But you know, I'm gonna commit myself for a year. Year is a lot. That's a big chunk of your life, right? So you see how serious I am. Not exactly the sound I was looking for. Is there something on the bottom there? This is a new mug for me. This is my first time drinking out of it. I wanted to share that with you. And for those people who weren't here at the beginning of the live stream, milk frother. Just in case you missed the beginning. So now you'll be totally confused. Alrighty, so I guess that's all the topics. I'm just skimming over my list, making sure I didn't miss something. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you for all for being here. How many people are here right now? Let me see the data. We got 20 people here. Thank you. Oh, you know what? Smash like if you don't mind on this video. That would help if we can get that number up. It's at 29 right now, I think. So maybe that will let other people see this video too. But thank you all for joining, for making my dream of using this stupidly expensive LaMetric clock work. And so I can see when people will subscribe and be motivated to make videos for this. So thanks a lot for that. It's a balancing act. And now I will go to bed after drinking my chamomile tea. Thank you all for being here. And where's the button? I should get my finger on it so I can like say, thanks for being here and have a good night. Why do they make you confirm it? End. Yes, end it.